Excuse me?
You heard me. Oh, you see that, Ebbie? You see how we? You see what
I
we got
see
to do
we
with Ebbie?
acting up. I see we acting
I
up
said
already.
I'm getting ready to start. I don't understand
Already acting
what you
up.
thought was going to happen when I said I'm getting ready to
Loretta,
hit the live
okay.
button.
Look in our group chat. I put it in a note and I shared
Yeah.
the note with the group chat. See if you can access the video from there.
Okay. Hey, everybody. We are here to discuss. We have a new season of Chasing Dallas. And as you see, the siblings are back and they are doing what they do, which is sibling.
You just make it up.
Just make it up. Is this only on your Really Be Reviews TV reviews channel?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure so I know what to share out.
Hold on, let me go find it and then share it.
So, we're back for a new season of Chasing Dallas. All three of us have put out our individual reviews, but if I'm being fair, I've seen half of Ebbie's and I haven't seen ElTeddy. So we're going to really be getting raw. ElTeddy hasn't looked at ours yet. I don't know if Ebbie's looked at mine or his yet.
I saw ElTeddy's. I haven't seen yours yet. I went to look for yours and I was on the wrong channel looking for. That's what my issue was. I was on the
That's
page.
why I see yours too, because you put it on your ReallyBTV reviews channel. I'm here for it.
We sorry. We'll promote it.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Texas.
Woo! No? Okay.
So with that being said, I'm gonna burn my new candle because I feel like I need this. I need the spirits of Bridgerton with me. I'm
just happy that this buy one get one candle situation comes in my favorite scent. So no, not every scent is buy one get one. I was like, it was like it's only for the ones eligible, and I was like, oh my god. And
if the brand new candles are eligible, I don't see why anything wouldn't be eligible because I didn't think Bridgerton ones would be eligible.
Hey y'all, look, I got merch.
Okay, merch.
Yes.
All right. Can we? Okay. So first of all, overall, scale of 1 to 10, what was this episode? Lord Jesus, pray for me. ElTeddy.
Powerful. You calling me daddy?
Like, am I that horrible? I give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Maybe a 7. I'm close to a 7, which is good for me.
Yes, that's great.
I give it a 10 because I was in the episode twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 because I was there as well.
Right. That's what made it go up from a 5 to a 6.5, 7.
And ElTeddy was supposed to be there, y'all. He
was. In my review, I did apologize to George in my review. I really was supposed to be there, but I had a schedule conflict. You know, really behind me for me sometimes. I just couldn't be there. I wanted to. I really
Powerful gave it a 9.5. All right. So
I was so excited. I was screaming at my TV when I saw y'all.
I was screaming at Dario calling us YouTube icons. I said, yes, icons.
Come through, icons, bust through. Officially. Ode to the officially.
Officially.
All right, Ebbie, for you. Oh, we already did that. Okay, so the first thing we start off with Joan Jett and Barbie Bankrose performing down to the Latino pride situation.
Joan Jett is a white woman.
We know.
Still Latina.
But you called her Joan Jett.
We've been calling him Joan Jett since last season.
I've been calling her Joan Jett the whole time, and she answers to Joan Jett when I call her Joan Jett, because that's just your name now. I don't care. I don't care what your name actually is.
Let me have permission to call him Joan Jett. So he is Joan Jett. Now we got a good little 1-2 performance with him and Barbie Bankrose. I thought it was cute. They had a cute little link up on the song and everything. Barbie's body was body-yaddy-yaddy, as always, you know.
Booty jiggling.
And we saw Sean was there to support. He said he wants to, get off on the good foot with Joan Jett. They've been working on their relationship and everything. And he said that, he saw DeAndre and in pure Jet Jeff fashion through the shade. Said, did you see him on flights? You're muted.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh Lord, yeah.
How is it possible that the lyrics of your song say you pop out every day with a new outfit, and you came out with that on, and every other line you say you pop out with a new outfit, and that's the outfit you decided to come out there with? Jet Jeff, I'm just saying. Now, Jet Jeff does some good outfits. That's why I can say this. He's had some cute outfits on this show. That Dear One Doll Baby, Dear Mama, Love Bug was not one of them. And you're performing in front of the girls from the Rainbow Coalition compound who be looking at everything. I'm just saying.
I mean, I can confirm that's not my favorite outfit by Jet Jeff. I can definitely agree with you on that.
Yes.
It wasn't cute.
So it wasn't my favorite outfit. It clearly is a performance outfit. I feel like that's not something he would wear like on a day-to-day basis, maybe. I
don't think that's the outfit you should wear ever.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my favorite. I will say that. Sean, talked to the people. We know that Trey has moved to LA, and he said him and Robert have been working on their relationship since the reunion as well. And then we find out that Teddy is having a book launch situation. That started as a book launch, and now it's a soft launch. But
I didn't know that there was such thing as a soft book launch, though. I've heard of a soft opening of a restaurant and things like that, but a soft book launch. We'll talk about the book more when we get there. As an English teacher,
with no books at the launch. I don't
listen.
It was definitely given She by Sheree. I agree with JC.
Listen,
fashion over no fashions, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
The English teacher in me will be critical when we get to the book section.
Honey,
I'm just being honest. Is there a book to purchase?
The Perseverance of Teddy.
Let me go to my Kindle. Hold on, because I got Kindle.
It's not available on Kindle.
Oh, yes, he said it was a Kindle book. He said it was free format.
Look at his Instagram. He posted on Instagram today. Oh no, you know what? I apologize. It is available on Kindle. It's free on Kindle. My bad. So Ebbie, it's free on Kindle to download it and read us the first paragraph.
Let us know what it's about, honey.
And what's it called? The Perseverance
of Teddy. We're gonna have a dramatic reading from Ebbie if she can get it on her Kindle. So no Teddy over there eating. Anyway, y'all. All right, let's get on this. We over here. Okay, let's get it together. Hey Tracy, let's get serious. So Teddy shows up, and of course, in true messy fashion, Jeff wants to know why he wasn't invited to the soft launch. And Teddy said he ain't finished sending out the invitations. Question. I mean, is that how y'all send out y'all invitations to an event? I mean, do y'all stagger it?
No.
Oh, I found it.
Nothing about Ted Lee is truthful. Ted Lee is like Mia from Real Housewives of Potomac.
You know what? Like Ted Lee does give me Mia.
So everything you tell me is fake and fraudulent. Everything. He's Mia. I don't even believe his name is Ted Lee.
Damn, not you don't believe the man's name.
I don't believe his name. Nope.
Okay.
Sure don't.
So after that, I think the next scene we see is it Kesey in the studio with Astro?
Astro was in the studio.
Right, and then Kesey came in the studio with Astro.
Mm-hmm. Now let me say this when we get there, okay? Now that we're here, and I said this on my review. He talked about having this friend that he was in a
ElTeddy, what?
Oh,
You went out.
can y'all hear me? Okay.
Okay.
He talked about his friend that he made the song for, and they were going through some things, and he showed the picture, and it was this girl, and followed that up with saying him and the girl got in a physical altercation. And I immediately said, wait, pause, back up. How, sir, are you a man with a twig and berries getting into physical altercations with someone with fallopian tubes? I'm just trying to figure that out, because if y'all are friends, even if she tried to hit you and fight you, your thing is, let me just get away from you at this point. You know what I'm saying? You as a man should never be in a situation where you're physically in an altercation with her. I ain't got the whole story. I don't know. Maybe she did hit him and he hit her. But the way you made it sound like y'all were in a fight. And that just didn't feel
like we sort of glossed over that, the fact that it was a female, he was grown, and I do feel like we sort of glossed over the fact that he said they got into a physical altercation. Also, I thought wasn't she supposed to be there? Like, didn't he say she was coming?
I thought he said she was coming at some point, and maybe she came later, and we didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I feel like again, I don't know what happened. We don't know the full story, but I do feel like we sort of glossed past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you a man in a full ass fight with a woman.
Yeah. Kesey comes in and we find out, oh Lord. We have a special guest joining us, everyone.
Oh, do we?
Yes, we do. We have a special guest.
Hi.
Not Slave from the 2000. Come on, Slave in the hair. Not, is that the Britney Spears Slave?
Slave for you. I didn't think about that. That's my video. I love
yes. It. I love that video when that woman be slinging that hair.
That's one of my favorite. She'd be like, boom, like that's my favorite part. I love that video.
Yes. That's like my favorite video of Britney's. I'm just saying.
Me too. I think it's mine too. So Markel, hey, thank you for joining
us. Markel, boo.
Well, let me turn this sideways so I can really see. Hi, you know what's popping? I just want to pop in. I see y'all doing your live review.
I got the book.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. We're gonna have this dramatic reading. We need this in our life. God of mercy.
I'm not doing this with y'all today. I just wanted to come on here. I said, "Where's my phone stand?" I really appreciate you guys always continuing support.
What's going on over there?
I was looking for my phone stand that I normally have right here, but I don't even know where it says. Somebody have been in my house. Anyway,
what man you done had over there? Mm-hmm.
That's none of your business.
You right. You surely is right. Ain't none of my business. But don't act like ain't been no man over there. Mm-hmm. Don't act like that.
I'm waiting for Diddy to come.
I'm waiting for my invite to one of the Diddy parties. Because I need an invite to the party. Listen.
So Markel,
where's my invite?
A quick question. So this was your second season as EP. Was it a little easier? Was it harder? Did you feel like you were going to get the sophomore jinx? Were you nervous? Like, what's going on?
I would say I was definitely in the beginning of the season. I said, "Oh, I got a season," and then towards the middle and the end, I was just like, "Oh God, this is trash." And then once it was all said and done, I was like, "This is not gonna be good." And then when it came out, I said, "Oh, bitch, you did that."
Okay.
So you went through all the emotions.
How do you feel about the new cast? How do you feel about the new cast? Objectively, try to be objective.
Like personally, or like watching as a viewer?
As a viewer.
As a viewer, I think that JC is really good. I think his green screens are great. I think 7, we haven't gotten to see really
Wait,
7.
where we get these thumbs up from? Can I get a thumbs up?
What happened?
Too?
It's his computer.
Oh.
Oh, I wasn't looking. What happened? 7 is super, super talented, and you'll really get to see a lot more of him when he comes out of his talented shell. He gets into more personal. And Marquise, he'll tell you with the first 3 episodes, he's kind of like playing it cool, very quiet, very like I'm trying to get to know everybody. But baby episode, no,
He didn't play it cool and quiet this episode for me. I'm sorry. He didn't play it quiet this episode for me.
ElTeddy, you too close to your mic or something. Turn it down or something. You're sounding muffled.
Well, I mean, like, okay, and the green screens are different from like the scenes. So in the scenes, he's more subtle. Episode 3, towards the end, episode 3 and on, he's not subtle no more.
Okay. Well, we're here for that. We're definitely here for that. So, as far as your returning cast, who do you think is going to surprise us?
Robert, Keyshawn. I think you'll be surprised with Keyshawn actually having a tangible product. No, that's not Shady. He knows that. The blog was not a tangible.
My internet went out. I didn't hear what you said. Could you say it again? I'm sorry. I was frozen.
He said,
sorry.
The question
he said Keyshawn is going to surprise us because he's going to actually have a tangible product this year. Exactly.
I don't think that was Shade. Like, Keyshawn knows.
He didn't have no fashions last year. You ain't lying.
Well,
wasn't he supposed to be like a fashion something with a website or something? Fashion.
He had a fashion.
A blog. It was a blog.
A blog. Have we seen the blog? Can we go there? Is there a HTTPS://
The blog is still up. It's like House of the Lord something.
House of the Lord. Did you say House of the Lord?
It's like HAOUS.
LORDE.
Yeah.
Because his last name is Lord. L-O-R-D.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, House of the Lord. Hey, praise him. Glory. Glory.
Okay, so Sean is going to surprise us because he's got something we can buy this year. Okay. And Tracy, you better buy it. Whatever the hell it is, you better buy it the way you
better be the first in line.
What if it's not good enough to buy? What if it ain't cute? You can't just tell her to be buying stuff.
You better buy it.
It's actually really, really good. Everybody on the cast and people around who support, like it's actually really good. The pre-sale actually go on sales April 1st. I think he'll announce it then. Like, it's really good.
Okay.
See, he should have had it right in conjunction with last night's episode, and right at the end, they could have promoted it. And
well, he hasn't talked about it yet.
Yeah, he's got.
I mean, you talked about it last season. We knew that you had a blog from last season.
Talk about it. No, but it's not in the episode yet. It's gotta coincide with the episode.
You better hurry up before and drop his before Jackiana drop her perfume. Because if he don't do, he got to luck with me. I'm sorry, friend.
I mean, we already got Telly's book. We already have Telly's book. We can buy whatever the hell it is he's selling.
Not that I'm not gonna be able to buy it, but
free.
If you expected me to buy it the same week Jackiana perfumes drop.
Lufa and Janet taught us that the best things in life are free. Okay, that's what Lufa and Janet taught us.
Moving forward. All right. All right. So we have a new season. I'm here for it. Like I said, I enjoyed the episode last night. Let me ask you, can I ask you a shady question?
I have a shady.
And we know. Oh, we know.
Was the book, well, I shouldn't ask you that. That's not a fair question. But
did you read the book?
Was the book did you read the book?
What you say, really be? Well, no, what was your question?
I have a question as well.
It's not my question. Did you read the book?
Let me ask my question.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
I have purchased the book, but I have not read it. So I still support it, I guess, halfway.
Okay, but listen.
That's okay, because I'm gonna read an excerpt from the book before we get off of here. I'm gonna read an excerpt because I got the book.
So I'll ask a question, then ElTeddy, you can ask your question. So my shady question is, do you think that Tetley changed his book launch to coincide with George's party?
No.
Okay. All right. ElTeddy, ask your shady question.
Actually, I really don't even remember. I have to go back in my database. I don't remember the original dates. I have to go back, but I'm gonna say no.
My question is, on last night's episode, Sean said that Astro was getting his back blown out, or vice versa, blowing the back out of Malcolm last season, and that was a thing. Were you aware of that? Or is that true, or is that not true? Or are you just saying that because you don't want to ruin the rest of what's going to come in the season? But that's what they said last night. That's what they said on the episode. Keyshawn said, "Oh yeah, because they was fucking last season, and Ted Lee thought it was just one time, but it was over and over and over again, and it was happening last season." That's what he said last night.
I honestly did not hear that until maybe either a few days or maybe a week before that scene. I really didn't know nothing about that because I don't really I don't really like. I talk to the cast, but I don't know who the cast is fucking. Like, so I don't.
No, it might have. What I'm saying is, it might have come out like in talks or something like. Maybe something off camera or something like that. You might have heard or something like that while y'all were around or stuff like that. I don't know.
But when I did learn about it, which was not too long, not too far from when we filmed it, I definitely want to make sure it got captured and zoom in.
Shenanigans and foolishness.
Well,
Shady boots. So
who surprised you this season, Markel?
Jet Jeff did.
How so?
He can't tell us that.
He might be able to tell us without telling us the intimate details of the episodes.
I feel like Jet. I'll say this: Jet is the minority of the minority of the group, and because of that, people already give him a hard time. Not necessarily like the cast, but the people. Like, I've had people come to me and say, "Why is Jet Jeff in front of the cover like that? He's not black." And like, he gets this stuff, and he's like one of the talent. He's really not heel, but he's really sweet and nice and talented, and he really is really chasing what he wants to chase, and he stands 10 toes down on everything that he says. He doesn't back down.
I will give you that. He did that last season. And he is one of the few ones that you always see chasing. Like, you always see him doing his little performances or in the studio so I will give him that.
You don't care if it's 3 people or 100. I got booked to do an event and I'm coming.
Now, his outfit might not be the best, but he gonna be out there.
And also, Kesey surprised me a little bit because he definitely channels his season 4. I'll leave it at that. 7. I've always known who 7 was, but to actually see him in person, like working at his epic.
I saw it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. Here, I think I remember 7 from my freak Twitter account. I don't remember from him from my regular Twitter. I think I remember him from my freak Twitter account. I'm just making sure that I put the right person with the right.
No, I think you're thinking of Hot Rod from back in the day.
No, I ain't thinking of Hot Rod. No. Hot Rod was before the Twitter days. Well, the early Twitter days before it was freak Twitter. But I thought I remember 7 Deep, that name with this SEVN Deep. I thought I remember him from freak Twitter.
No, there is another. It's not 7 Deep. There's another Deep and a 7, but it's not 7 Deep.
So he's not one of the OnlyFans girls.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Okay.
I don't know nothing about none of that. So,
Oh, and Telly, you know what? And I'm Telly. Well, Telly surprises me this year too because Telly definitely. I'm not gonna lie, without saying anything, Telly is definitely. They're gunning. They're gunning for Telly from top to bottom.
but are they gunning for Telly, or does Telly make it easy to be a target?
Right. Telly makes it easy.
Right. Is he throwing himself in front of the target?
Right. Like you throw yourself in front of the gun saying, don't shoot me in the process of them pulling the trigger.
I think it depends on what you believe. If Telly says this is his truth and nobody else believes him, I don't know.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm definitely here for. I'm definitely here for all of it. Like I told you, I enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was a good way to bring in the new people. I'm definitely looking forward to getting to know.
What do y'all think about the new people?
I'm definitely looking forward to getting to know this CJ character a little bit more.
Hey,
JC, the man's name is JC.
Oh, that's his name?
Jesus God. That's not even that hard. JC, like Jesus Christ.
Jesus, glory.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
Moving forward, all I'm saying
That's my favorite Glory from I Told the Storm. When she said glory, ooh, I just be.
She do say glory. She do glory all in the background.
But that's why I'm excited, and it'll be cute to see Seven and PC's situation unravel. I mean, not unravel, but as we see them, getting the dating and everything.
But what do you think going to happen?
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like as we unveiled, as we continue to see, see them together.
Ebbie, what about you?
What about me? What happened? What's the question, darling?
What do you think about the new people?
I don't think about the. Let's see. Does Marquise actually cook meat? Because why did you have them over and have a meal and there was no meat? I don't understand.
Hey, so that's a part of editing. So basically, Marquise had actually cooked, I think like shrimp and fish or something, but JC and Telly was saying they don't eat seafood. Or they didn't want. So he cooked all this seafood stuff, but they didn't eat it.
But shouldn't he have known that if he was giving him a taste for his menu for his party? That wasn't a conversation.
Telly might not have told him that.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't a conversation.
I think it was just one of those conversations like, hey, I want to come and taste some foods you're cooking.
And of course, everybody assumes that everybody likes seafood. Okay.
So there was meat. Well, there was meat.
Come on, meat.
Not that kind of meat, ElTeddy.
I'm just talking about regular meat. Hello, my mind ain't always in the gutter.
But it is. Exactly.
You didn't ask. Wait a minute, Markel. You ain't asked me how I feel about the new people.
I ain't got to you yet. Because I wasn't finished. I only talked about one person.
I know.
Oh. I thought you was finished. You ain't finished? I love you.
No, nigga. Damn.
No, DEI. That's the new word.
That's the new nigga.
That's the new nigga.
DEI. University hire.
No, DEI.
So silly. Who the other new person?
Marquise, JC, and Seven.
JC. First of all, how you mad that your viral defining moment at this point was with Black China over some mess, and the person says to you, "You look real familiar. I know you from somewhere." And then it pops in their head that that's where they know you from. And they ask, was that you? Why are you mad that they asked you? Because it was you, sir. And what closet was you hiding in? You couldn't have been presenting the way you are now. So that closet had glass doors.
It was a glass closet, Ebbie. It was a glass damn closet.
Who didn't know? What you mean they averaged you as gay? Who didn't know you was gay, honey?
The people didn't know.
Who didn't know?
That's a
Who
strong
didn't
black
know?
man.
Clearly, the woman he was shooting with
You
didn't
can be
know
a strong
because he
black
had
man
an
and
18
still
and a
be gay.
16-year-old.
You could be a strong black man and still be gay.
Right. Just because you gay don't mean you're not a strong black man.
Listen, I said the same thing. I don't know how he was outed, but I mean, if that's your story, go off.
Right. Go off, girl. Go off.
I think it was the 2 children that he has that he was
Why? You got a child that's 18 and did he say 17 and 18?
18 and 16. He's got
16?
But that's how
uh-huh.
they are now, not then.
No, I understand that's how old they are now.
Because he had to be what? When the 18-year-old was born, he had to be what? 17 years old?
17, yeah, when he had that baby.
Possibly conceived them at 16. Girl, get it how you live, honey. I don't know, child.
Listen, I'm okay with saying, okay, he's bisexual, but I don't know who thought he wasn't gay. Okay. Not my story.
He absolutely had to be presenting differently. There's no way.
There's no type
that
of
he
There's no
presented.
presentation where you don't think he's a part of the Rainbow Coalition compound. There's no presentation he's giving me at all.
And then the minute he opened his mouth, that voice, I was shocked. Were y'all shocked when y'all heard the voice?
No, because I figured from the singing voice when he would say he was he's done all the things, and then they showed the video of him singing and dancing or trying to do that choreography.
Oh, I forgot to mention that in my review. ElTeddy, how do you feel about him doing a song for the Noah's Ark reboot?
Let's see if it makes it actually to the movie.
Oh damn, ElTeddy, why? Why are you liking it?
It is what it is. They can have you sign a contract and all, but baby, if I don't see it on said movie, and then the thing about it is, I wonder if you didn't violate some stuff because we didn't know, they weren't clear on whether or not it was going to be like a series of episodes or just a movie. I wonder if you violated some clause in your contract by saying, "Oh, it's a movie." And not a series, because they were unclear on whether or not it was going to be.
Okay, depends. Where does the reboot stand right now?
I don't know. I don't know.
The last time I talked to Mr. Chester, he said
they were filming. I know they filmed or were filming.
That when is it coming out? I couldn't tell you.
There's something in my heart.
Oh my God, this nigga.
What is he doing?
It's got me hooked.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing, but he got us in his bathroom. He's in the bathroom. If I hear that toilet flush, I'm telling you, I'm falling on the ground. I pray. I promise you, I'm gonna fall on the ground and fall the hell out. I'm just gonna fall on the ground, prostrate before the Lord. Just know that.
Well, hold on. Okay, so ElTeddy and Ebbie.
Oh, you changing? You putting on new underwear and all?
Huh?
That's why you had to go in the other room.
No, in my closet looking for what shoe I'm gonna put on.
But you just changed clothes though.
No, I took my hoodie off.
Oh.
So compared to last season first episode, which episode did you like better?
I don't remember.
I don't even remember last season's first episode.
No, I do remember. That's when they went to the party. And that's when
what party?
That's when Sean was being shady, and that's when Robert first said something about him and Dior not talking.
Oh, I like this first episode better than last year's first episode. I remember now. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why I like this episode better, because last episode, I'm no shade, but that whole storyline was so fucking confusing.
Whether or not Dior was his manager, or whatever was going on.
Conversating Jeff for no damn reason. Like it was like, what is going on here? It was a lot of drama, but it didn't make a lot of sense in the first episode. Whereas this episode, you saw it, you introduced the new characters, you're connecting them to people.
Even though, and maybe this is something you could talk to the cast about. I found, not during the whole episode, but there were certain parts of the episode I got more out of the confessionals than I had from the actual scene itself. And sometimes I think that you should just let the scene be the scene and just add little, you can add tidbits, but I don't feel like I should learn more from the confessional than I do from the actual scene itself, you know? Because I think sometimes they may watch it and may want to add, what they know outside of the scene and instead of letting the scene, carry itself sometimes. So yeah, that's my only thing.
Well, let me ask you guys this as well. So, of course, there's a few people who are not there. Do you guys miss Kiki, Londi, Trey Howard, DeAndre, or
We'll miss none of them. If that's your question, no, we don't miss them.
I do miss Trey. I miss Trey.
I miss looking at the loud one. What's his name?
Londi?
DeAndre?
Londi.
No, hell no.
Oh,
Londi.
Londi, the one who used to just morph into the Incredible Hulk all of a sudden. Listen, as much as Trey was good for the show, I do think, everybody has their time. And I didn't miss him this episode. If I'm being honest, I didn't miss him. I'm not saying that I won't miss him later in the season, but this episode, I didn't miss him.
No, because we had Nicole substituting as the loud, messy one this episode.
Wow.
So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And then there's that.
I said something that's not true.
Markel, now it's appropriate for me to say that you still haven't asked me how I feel about the new people. You just went on to your new question. Oh, well, then there's that. Well.
How do you feel about the new people, ElTeddy?
We'll get to them when we get to them. What were we? I think we were still at the studio where Kesey announced that he got a man.
Shantae's got a man.
And
he's all good too. I'm sorry that your man.
Now let me tell you what this sounds like. This sounds like when he announced he had a man, it sounded like everything that the people have been telling me, which is that Kesey is out here getting his box blown out. Because the way that man was so proud to say, bitch, yes, I got a man, bitch. And he's loving me long time. I be loving you long time. Listen, mama gave me, mama gave me, I know the look and sound of a girl who's getting her box beat in, of a girl who's getting her womb plunged, of a girl who's getting her back blown out, of a girl who's getting a spoon dipped into her sugar bowl. And that what Miss Kesey gave me last night, bitch, was that of a girl who's getting all that she needs. Like Whitney used to say, he fills me up. Oh, he gives me love. Oh, more love. That's what Whitney said. That's what I got. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Kesey. He seems real happy. Now, how long is that gonna last? Because I know the gays have microwave relationships, honey. They have microwave relationships.
All right, moving forward.
7 said he is a hoochie, a man eater, a whole bunch of things.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I checked out on 7. When Mama Girl said her inspiration was Sexy Red, I checked out.
Yeah, that's kind of when he lost me.
Yeah,
he said it's definitely his booty hole brown. He's fucking with his rounds. No,
he said he have gonorrhea green lip gloss. That's what Sexy Red has. She says she's the raw dog queen. She's the queen of raw dog or raw dog queen, whatever she calls herself. Baby, I don't know. But I was lost.
Okay, can I just say I would like to suggest that neither one of the two educators read this book, because the fact that he changes from third person to first person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, moving on. The next scene we see Robert and Barbie Bankrolls down to the club. It really wasn't a whole lot in that scene. We got to see her perform. We see that they're, he's glad that she's there since, Dior's gone and Trey's gone. He ain't say it in those words, but I'm going to put those words in his mouth. He said it's nice to see somebody familiar, somebody he cool with, somebody he consider family, that he don't feel all alone. Now, she did allude to somebody talking trash about her, but I don't know. She didn't really get into that story. So maybe that's a later timeline, storyline thing. But there really wasn't much in that scene. I mean, anybody else take anything away from that scene? Okay.
No.
So then we see the scene we sort of already talked a little bit about with Markel. We see Tedley. We meet JC, Casey, CC, BB, Winans, and Marquise.
Not BB and CC. Wait a minute. Not BB and CC.
But that being said,
this whole scene for me really was it was pretentious from everybody. I feel like this was the first meeting.
So here's the thing. I feel like it was a good scene to introduce us to the new people. But I do feel like Tedley and his rich white woman act, it's just so much. It's so much.
Like, and I feel like all of them was putting on. I feel like JC was as mad as he was about Marquise asking him that, because JC didn't want that to come out in his first scene. I think he might not have been. He might have been okay if it had come out later. But in the first meeting, your first, scene of us meeting you, that's the first thing. I think he wanted that to come out later. He wanted to kind of at least be able to pretend that he was, not that or removed from that. And then Marquise,
I would prefer to get it out off gate and be done with it. Speak to it.
I think he was hoping nobody would know at all. I don't think he wanted it out at all.
I feel like Marquise is trying to come off as, oh, I'm just a nice, happy go. I'm just the chef here back here cooking. But that all went out the window when the first thing you was like, well, didn't I see you on the blog? I was like, oh, well, girl. Well.
But that wasn't the first thing he said, though.
They had been there all night, ElTeddy. They were literally getting ready to leave. The scene was over.
Right.
No, it wasn't over. That was like the middle of the scene.
They were toasting, like, to good friends, nice to meet you. Like, they were literally getting ready to end the scene.
I still feel like you could have saved that, honey. I would have saved it. Once I would have knew and I would have clocked it. See, I'm a girl that likes to save stuff. Oh, you ain't say I don't have to use this time. I put this in the reserves for next time.
Use it for what, though? What are you using it for?
Because if you be around the girls long enough, you always have to have something locked and loaded in the chamber. If they try and come for you, you always have to keep something. You got to keep something in your arsenal. So in case they try and come for your good throat, you could be like, really, girl? Really? Can I backtrack? I'm sorry. I got to back up. And you're going to have to give me this, really. I don't care. Astro. Come in, Astro. I talked about this in my review, Astro. Last season, when I talked about you, people gave me fever and said that I should give you grace because it was your first season. You was young, up and coming, trying to establish yourself, this, that, and the third. But you've had a whole year to, get yourself in order. It still looked like he's living out of somebody's living room. I'm just saying, he just gives me that unkempt look all the time. I don't know what these bumps was around his face. He might have been breaking out of something, but it looked like, and he doesn't have that all the time. So I was like, I wish he would have said to Markel, hey, boo, today is not a good day for me to do green screens. Because he looked like he had ointment or something on his face, like he was trying to take care of it. And I was like, girl, you shouldn't have had them film your green screen. You should have told Markel, listen, girl, I'm not having a good day. I got, maybe I had an allergic reaction to something. Maybe I was with the wrong person last night. I don't know what happened. But it just was like, girl, what is this going on with your face? And then in addition to that, you are on a show filled with gay people, on a show filled with gay people, largely going to be seen by a lot of gay people who like to read the girls. And so if you're going to be around the girls, try to have your aesthetic in order. And I just feel like, girl, you still look like, I don't know. It's just like, girl, you'll never have your hair right and twisted. And girl, when are we going to see you dress it up, honey? When are we going to see you look like something? Because you'll be around here looking like, what the fuck? I'm just being honest. And you now, everybody seem to want a hot piece of you now. Everybody want to dip their spoon in your sugar bowl, or you dip their spoon in their sugar bowl, because you talk about having sex with this, that, and the third. They alluded to in the little snippets that maybe you and what's the guy Marquise might be having sex. But girl, I'm just trying to figure out, because you're not an ugly person. He's not ugly, but girl, I just need you to clean yourself up, baby. Just take a good wash off, a good bath. Go to Burlington Coat Factory. You ain't even got to go to the expensive store. You go to Burlington Coat Factory. You could go shop at the Macy's clearance rack. You could go to Ross or somewhere and get you a nice good outfit or two and come on here looking like something. But I just hate that you come out here looking like you sleeping out the duffel bag and you sleeping on somebody's couch, mama. Get your life in order. Because you decided to be on this show and not us. And you just look like I don't know what the fuck every time. Get it in order.
Okay.
Is that the reason why you ain't go to George event? Because you ain't have no outfit to wear to George events to clean up enough? But you stay trying to read somebody down. Go ahead, Ebbie. I'm sorry.
I was just trying to figure out, how did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
I didn't want it not to be said, because I said it last season and people told me give him grace because it was his first season. He's a teacher. He might be a new teacher and everything, and but all of us, and really we all been new teachers before. And my point is, when we know we're gonna go somewhere, even black people take pride in looking good. I don't care how broke, toe down, busted, and disgusted we are as a people. When we at our worst, you know what we do? We like to look our best, so nobody can come for us. That's what we do. And he's, like I said, he's not an ugly guy, and I just want him to come out there and say, "Bitch, what? I'm here. Let's get it. I need your mouth to match your aesthetic. That's what I need."
Okay. Did you get that? Did you get
it? I feel like he hasn't matured into his look just yet. I think he's still experimenting. Because he's a baby. He's really young.
Right.
And so maybe he needs like a mentor or somebody to, help him, to guide him into what his.
Maybe he could be good friends with Sean, who's a fashion blog, person, and can help him. I'm not trying to be shady. Now, y'all over there laughing. I'm being real serious. You got people that do fashion on this show that might can take you and say, "Girl, let me give you a good look for this." You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to be shady. I'm trying to be real.
Y'all ain't trying to be nothing. I'm just trying to let you get it out so we can move on to the next scene.
Girl. Okay, we can go on. I'm sorry.
You done or you finished? Are you finished or are you done?
I'm both.
Oh, Tracy said ElTeddy just.
I'm not paying Tracy no mind.
75 years old.
Even when I was 23, I kept a cute look now. Woo! How about that? Kept a cute look.
Moving forward,
in me would not have not a cute look.
With that being said, the next scene we have is Teddy with Eric James and Rome to discuss the
Why did I think that was
Is this Eric James from the retreat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was DeAndre, not Eric James. It wasn't until I saw somebody outside my window. Like, what the fuck? It wasn't until I saw Scotty and them's panel and he said it was Eric James that I realized it was Eric.
Yeah,
I thought it was DeAndre.
So we all, for those of us that follow these things during the off season, we all knew about the scandal that was Teddy's relationship that blew up a couple of weeks after the reunion. Okay, well, I said for those of us that follow, you don't follow the stuff. So that's what I said. With that being said, so let me give you the breakdown, ElTeddy. You know the guy. See, you don't know because you don't follow Teddy. So Teddy has started posting up like during the season last year, like while the season was going on. Teddy has started posting up with this dude, right? Oh, Ebbie? Oh, okay.
No, Soulful Dog said one of us called Eric DeAndre our review. It was,
and I mean Teddy in every picture, they was posted up, they was booed up, they was hugged up, they were doing the whole couple, we are going public with our relationship thing. And then, like right after the reunion filmed, Tedley posted a picture with his hand with the ring on his finger, and it didn't say we're engaged or something. It said something about it. It was very cryptic, but of course, it alluded
But
to
it
them.
alluded to an engagement.
Right. It was a very cryptic thing, but you know how people try to put stuff out without putting it out, right? Well, almost as soon as all of this happened, like almost as soon as it all happened, we found out that it wasn't what we thought it was. The guy was posted up with another person, and then we started finding out that the guy was a massage therapist, but he was advertising on Grinder and things of that nature with
Rentmen.com, OnlyFans, and all of that
stuff
stuff.
like that, where he could give a massage with a happy ending. And Tedley said that he confronted him. They got into an argument. He went out of town for a couple of days to clear his head. He didn't think that they had broken up, but by the time he got back to Dallas, dude was back with his ex-boyfriend, and they was booed up on Instagram then. So that is what this conversation was about. Now, listen, can I say, I'm going to say it. That whole scene was very performative and very.
Come on, he threw that glass.
Baby, when he threw that glass with that, and no disrespect, but with that limp wrist.
In his own house. Baby, you in your own house. It's your own house. Around your friend. Wait a minute.
Your house.
Wait a minute. You're with your friends who you invited over in your own house, and they all over there, coddling you, comforting you, and everything. And girl, you just throw this glass.
Did you see the look on their face though? Because they were like, "What the fuck,
girl?"
But what was funny was you could tell that they thought the scene was over. Like Eric got up and was like, "All right then," and then Tedley started talking again. But this is my name. This is my name. And Eric sat back down like, "Oh, we still doing it."
Oh, okay.
You still going?
This gave me real Mia Thornton. This is why I say that woman is Mia Thornton. She is Mia. That woman is Mia Thornton. I'm telling you.
Child. So how did the rest of y'all feel about that scene? Well, first of all, how y'all feel about the boyfriend? Like, do we believe whose side of the story do we believe?
I believe the boyfriend. I don't believe no parts of Ted Lee.
boyfriend?
And no parts of Ted Lee, because Ted Lee, you admitted that wasn't even a ring. That was the old ring you already had. Once he admitted that was a ring that he already had, I didn't believe no parts of him. I knew the bitch was lying. He was lying. He was lying. And then he started off the scene talking about, well, I'm trying to guard my heart, and I'm trying not to get too vested in the people. But you post the people all over your social media. Like, girl, how you?
I think Tedley suffers from move too fast itis.
Like no, Tedley suffers from he saw the cameras. He wants the story.
He wants it to be his turn and him to be in love and have the love story and all those good things. That he's moving entirely too fast.
Slow down.
I think Mama was trying to get a storyline.
And he making mountains out of molehills and moving too fast for people. I have a friend like that. And every time he even attempts to get in a relationship, now the next thing you know, the woman is the next Mrs. So-and-so. And she's plastered all over his social media until like 15 days into the relationship and y'all get into a fight and you decide you don't like her no more. And then we got to go through this cycle of the He-Man Woman-Tater Club. And now all the women ain't shit because you mad at this one woman that you moved too fast with. You got to slow down. Take it slow.
Right. But I think Ebbie, you might be looking way too. I really think this is for a storyline for the show. Because I still believe the guy from last season, he paid them to be on that episode with him.
Who, the one he was kissing in the house?
Yes, from episode 2. The one who they say that what you call it having sex with? Astro having sex with? Because if you remember my review, I did review that episode, and I talked the episode about why y'all going through all of this extra. Like, they did all of this extra little stuff to try to make us feel like, oh, remember our first date? Remember, girl, it was like real performative.
Well, the
You
only
know,
reason why I hear what you're saying, the only reason why I'm not going to say that this is just for a storyline is because that is what everybody said about Tetley. Even his friends in real life said that he moves too fast. He goes from relationship to relationship. Even his marriage, they had only known each other a couple of months when they got married. So that's why.
mm,
That's the only reason. I understand what you're saying, and
I got you.
I don't disagree that he does things for stunts and shows. But I do think that in his real life, he really does move that way. But I do think that it's very much
I
look
think
at me.
part of it really be is because he think it's just gonna wash away real fast, like that Beijing washes away out of his beard and eyebrows.
I hate him so much.
That's
I
your
hate
brother.
him so much.
That's your brother. He's officially
No,
yours.
why does he always become my brother when he does that shit? See, no,
Yes,
no.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because
He's
your
your
hair,
brother.
he's your brother's day because your hair is freshly done. That's your brother.
What's that got to do with anything?
Your brother.
Mm.
Today, that's your brother.
Brother.
That's your brother.
Moving forward. I stand.
Mm.
So we finally get to the book party that was not
The book party with no books.
the book party where you can hear the echo in the hallway. There were about 5
I'm so
people
mad
there.
that Markel dropped because I wanted to ask him, why would you film and make it look like there's only 4 people?
Because there was only 4 people there. What
So
did you
there was
want him to
only
do?
4 people. Like, first of all, okay, so can we give y'all a little background tea? So can we okay. Everybody from the cast was invited. Everybody from the cast was invited. So the people you did not see, they absolutely were invited. But some of them felt like they had to make a decision because the parties literally were at the same time. I think Tetley's party started maybe an hour before George's party. Right. So, and they were on opposite ends of town. So, like Nicole literally got dressed in the car. Like the outfit you saw her in at the book party, they didn't go, like she was staying, I'm giving y'all some tea. She was staying at Markel's house. They didn't go back to Markel's house so she could get dressed. She literally got dressed in the car because they went from Tetley's party to George's party. So, I mean, it literally did overlap. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to call bullshit. I know that, Markel, you say what you got to say, boo, and, be politically correct. But I'm going to call bullshit. And the reason why I'm going to call bullshit is George sent out the save the dates about 7 months before his party.
He did. We knew about that birthday party way in advance. And your little index card party was probably last minute.
A whole nice little. I probably could find it if I look back, but it was a really nice digital save the date that was like an envelope opening up, and it had a picture.
It sure was. Now George did it right.
Save the date.
George did it right.
Right, because he knew he was inviting people from out of town, and so he was giving people enough time to get their flights, get their hotel situation, all of that. So number one, even if Tetley, and I do know that Tetley had planned a bigger event and then he changed it, but you knew the date of George's party. Okay, Ebbie's going to show it to us. This is the save the date.
It was real cute, y'all. It was real cute.
Does something. It's already open. But anyway, it did something. So and for him to say, I don't know anything about that, what that man has going on. I'm gonna say this, y'all still have friends that overlap, right? Number two, everybody from the show was invited. You knew when that man's party was.
Exactly. So when you had your little post-it note or your little index card unveiling party, sir, you knew you was going up against the event. And then I'm side-eyeing all of the people that went to his little postcard party, unveiling, unsheathing or whatever, and didn't go to George's situation because
you could have went to both.
Come on now.
I could have went to both, but I'm going to say, well, I don't know. I can't speak. I'm not going to speak for nobody who didn't do both. You could have went to both.
Wait a minute. I think everybody did do both because Kesey came to George's thing.
Was Casey there?
Yes.
I miss Casey.
So you.
Did I hug him? I didn't rub up on Casey.
He had that shirt on. He had that black suit.
He was there. Casey was there. You right. I remember now. I was a little.
I could have sworn we met 7 too.
I don't remember 7, but Casey was there. Jeff, Sean, they all came, and Sean was on time because we know Sean didn't go to the other one. Jeff got there before George though, didn't he? Wasn't Jeff there before George?
He was there before the intro. Yes.
Robert.
Nicole
was late because we know why. Again, she came with Markel and them. I'm trying to think of who else. None of the new people were there. None of the new people came.
We didn't know.
They don't know George, but they don't know George, so I don't think they were invited.
We saw Travis Ware.
Travis.
Darius came. Darius came.
Yeah, we saw Darius.
Dior.
We saw Dior.
Dior was there.
Now we saw Dior.
I remember that story. Oh yes, we'll keep that for the after show. We'll keep that for behind the scenes.
But yeah, so and here's the thing too. You could have had your party earlier. Like there was nothing. That event did not need to be an after 5 event. Like that literally was an afternoon. I'm going to my friend's
like that unveiling of your postage stamp, sir, was not needed to be in conflict with
Ebbie,
what you had going on.
Can we do our dramatic reading now? Can you give us the first couple of paragraphs of the book, please?
No, because the first couple of paragraphs of the book are trash. So, I skipped some chapters to get to the good stuff. I did.
Not some chapters.
I didn't care about his dog. I didn't care about his dog and his parents divorcing. I didn't care about none of that. I don't care about none of this stuff. None of the stuff that he put in there. I didn't care nothing about none of that. But we on chapter 3, and it's called Signs of Hope. Since early 2010, I was seriously involved in a toxic on and off relationship with a lover by the name of Craig. We were head over heels. Craig was my first serious lover and relationship during my adulthood. Of being somewhat independent and saving money at an early age.
Grammar.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I'm the English teacher in me is already correcting.
That's okay. Skip what I just said because he was talking about his mama about saving money. We butted heads countless times. I mean, we were like night and day. In 2013, we moved into our first place together, a condo in the prime location of the Houston Medical Center. When things were good, they were good. And when things were bad, they were bad. Craig had such a dominating and narcissist type of person. Narcissist.
Wait, Does it say narcissistic or does it say narcissist?
It says narcissist instead of narcissistic. But amen.
Okay.
I've already counted like 7 or 8 red areas that I would circle.
Money. The Kindle version is free. Abby's reading the Kindle version.
Hold on.
Why are you giggling?
Because she knows I already have 7 or 8 red marks with my red pen as an English teacher that I've circled in what she read already.
Okay, and a narcissist type of personality. I think at age 23, I learned pretty quickly what true love actually felt like. Craig and I were so inseparable. He was heavily into church.
I'm sorry. I really hate that. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Where was the transition? I thought he was talking about when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad. But he made me know what love felt like.
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay, just keep reading. I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys.
Really, you know I'm over here cringing, right? You know I'm over here cringing as English teacher, right? I'm cringing.
And he oddly had a passion for working with the dead in the funeral industry. There's an exclamation point at the end of that sentence.
Wait a minute.
Is that how he met? Is that how he met George? Because of this Craig guy? Because George used to do the funeral,
That might be.
as
George still
well.
works. He still does funeral work.
Yeah, that might be how he met George.
That
But
might be how he met George.
so he had a passion for working with dead. Why he didn't just say he was good at his job as a funeral director or something? Like, what does that mean? Did he say? Read that again. He had an oddly passion.
I'm gonna read the sentence again.
Yeah, read that again, because I'm over here cringing.
I'm starting to get into the sentence. I'm gonna read it again.
Okay.
Craig and I were so inseparable. He was heavily into church, the gospel music. Okay. And he oddly had a passion for working with the dead in the funeral industry! Exclamation point.
All right. I'm done. That's enough. I don't need no more. I don't need it.
Sir.
Oh no, you need the rest of this. Hold on.
Oh, God. God help us. God help us.
This is a new paragraph. Hold on. Typically, our schedules in life were so opposite. Period. Over time, I became so overwhelmed. Period. The emotional roller coaster Craig and I were going through became overbearing. Period. I decided to break up with Greg. Who's Greg?
Wait. Hold on. You just gave us, like, how did we get here? What is happening?
Who's Greg?
You don't even remember his boyfriend's name?
I ain't even got to the fact that you called your boyfriend named Craig. You called him Greg. I'm not going to even get to that point. I'm at the point where, read the last 4 sentences, please.
Okay, sure. Typically, our schedules in life were so opposite. Period. Over time, I became so overwhelmed. Period. The emotional roller coaster Craig and I were going through became overbearing. Period.
That's a
I
whole
decided
section.
to break up with Greg, after having a few issues with each other. As time went on, Craig
wait, what was the period? I missed the period. We ain't got no period yet.
Every time I said period, there was an physical period.
Oh, so you ain't got to the. Oh, okay. So now we're on full on run on. Okay, girl. Okay.
As time went on, Craig and I would communicate frequently and even spend time together. Period. That's the end of the sentence. In my mind, my intentions were to remain friends with Craig, but eventually the emotions between him and I made us closer again! Exclamation point.
What?
I'm so confused. This is all over the place. I just would write real big erratic. That would be my word for this whole paragraph. I just would write real big erratic.
And I'm not even being funny. It literally is all over the place. Nothing he said. I haven't heard toxic yet. Have you heard anything that would? It sounds like y'all were both trying to work on y'all careers and y'all didn't have a lot of time.
But you didn't. But really, be
just like to point out the word again is in all caps and then the exclamation point.
But really, those first 3 sentences that she gave me could have been whole, really chapters if you wanted to, because you could elaborate on each one of those sentences to make this post-it note into an actual book, right? And not just a postcard.
Absolutely.
Okay, so hold on.
Let me give us anything, sir.
Hold on. Again, exclamation point. Despite the feelings that despite the feelings that began to blossom between us, I promised myself I would stay focused and not let anything or anyone distract me. Period. End of paragraph. Now it says I got 1 minute left in the chapter. Hold on. In 2015/2016, I was truly in my prime time.
I cannot. I cannot.
Why would you do that? shit.
Because that is how I feel right now. That is how I feel. I'm so confused. And I think
hold on. He is in his prime time now. He said he was in his prime time, period, end of sentence. I began my first career in corporate America, period, end of sentence. I became the director of marketing for a big firm, comma, working with the TV broadcasting affiliate KHOU, period, end of sentence. I was responsible for all the front end marketing and communication, period, end of sentence.
Meaning he answered the phones at the front desk. Go ahead.
I really love working behind the scenes and helping coordinate segments for the network. Is that a period or a comma?
Because if you're a director, you're not doing front end. Directors don't do front end. Directors technically are senior level staff. You're not doing front end work. Not as the director.
Okay.
I'm just.
I then grew a great working relationship with a well-known journalist and host of Great Day Houston.
Well, did you call that journalist to help you write this book?
Deborah Duncan, period. That's the end of that paragraph. I don't know. I doubt it.
So that paragraph was in the same paragraph that was about the same chapter about the boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Hold on, I'm not done. During the weekdays, and I'm going to stop it when chapter ends, I'll stop. During the weekdays and the late evenings and weekends, comma, I worked part-time as a new home consultant with builder Toll Brothers, period, end of sentence. I began to have a niche for real estate and operational aesthetics of newly built construction homes, period. New paragraph. In 2017, comma, Christmas.
It's the period and new paragraph for me. Not that you put Preston up there.
OMG. Did you say new
paragraph? I did. It's a new paragraph. Oh. Hold on. In 2017, comma, Christmas morning, period.
Oh, my God.
Is that a period? No.
Wait a minute. Stop. What? Christmas morning, comma, period. What?
No, it's neither one. It's my old eyes. Sorry.
Okay.
In 2017, comma, Christmas morning, I was awoken by an intense facial soreness and a pain on the left side of my face. Did he have a stroke? As I got out of the bed, comma.
That's why I be looking that way all the time.
Holding my face and looked at myself in the mirror. Once I saw the reflection of myself in the mirror, comma, I could barely recognize myself, period. My face appeared to be lopsided and definitely wasn't the face I was familiar with, period, in the paragraph. I think he had a stroke.
That's what it sounds
either that
like.
or Bell's palsy.
I'm right now.
You know, sometimes because you could have Bell's palsy as well, and it could cause your face to do that as well.
That happened to a friend of mine. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. The first thought I had was, comma, this is a new paragraph, I'm sorry. The first thought I had was, comma, I possibly could have had a mild stroke while asleep or something, period. I started questioning the likelihood and possibility of having a stroke at 27, exclamation point.
But did you call the doctor?
And told her what was going on with my face, comma, I remember hearing the concern in her voice, period. The first thing she told me to do was go to the emergency room immediately, comma, so I did just that. Sitting in the emergency room on Christmas morning was definitely not how I planned on spending my Christmas day, period. Once I arrived at the hospital, the doctors ran several tests on me, period. Luckily, comma, I did not have a stroke. Oh, thank God, exclamation point. Tests were concluded, and the doctor informed me that I experienced a case of Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy, okay.
Period. At the time, I had no idea what the hell Bell's palsy was. Understandable.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't know. They thought that's what I had when I got sick. Yeah.
That's what they thought it was. Okay. The doctor fully explained to me that the condition was a temporary. There's no A. was temporary diagnosis. That's what
Wait a
it
minute,
said.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? There's no A
No, they said
in the word temporary.
it's no. The doctor fully explained to me that the condition was temporary diagnosis.
Oh, oh, got it.
There should be an A.
Wait, that
No,
it was
no, I
temporary
got it.
diagnosis. I get what he's trying to say, but the way he worked. Okay, keep going.
The word A should have been was
Yeah, it
a
should have been a
temporary
temporary
diagnosis. What
diagnosis.
he meant
Yeah.
to say. The diagnosis is that in the paragraph. New paragraph. The diagnosis is a neurological disorder that causes paralysis or weakness on the side of the face. Period.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, comma, it was determined that one of the nerves which controlled my facial muscles had become severely damaged. Period. New paragraph. I was very confused as to how this happened to me, comma. I mean, I have always been healthy and never had anything major affect my health. Exclamation point. My biggest concern was the physical condition of my face and would I ever look normal again? Exclamation point. I was told I possibly became sick with Bell's palsy due to stress, lack of rest.
Can I say something here? Hold on, Ebbie. Hold on, Ebbie. Hold. Pause. I don't want to be one of these girls,
But you are.
but I'm going to be one of these girls. I've had a few friends that had Bell's palsy and they thought they had a stroke as well. They were all in their late 20s, early 30s at the time that they had it. Okay. All of them. And then I had a couple friends that are ironically in their late 20s, early 30s also had shingles.
I've had the shingles, yes.
Right. And when you have them for a male who is gay, when you have these types of neurological or immuno situations, the first thing they do, you know what the first thing they do? They say, hey, this is not normal for someone your age. We're going to treat this illness, but we're also going to test you and make sure you're not immunocompromised. And I'm not saying that that's Ted Lee's situation, but there might be somebody else who may be going through that, not knowing that, hey, monitor your go to the doctor normally, always know your status. If you know you out here in these streets every 3 months, get your listen. I go every 3 months on my calendar to go get tested, to get a whole and not just get tested for HIV, get a whole panel. Get a whole panel. Tell them to go. When you go to say, I need a whole panel.
Exactly.
And so that way that because HIV is not the only thing that you have to worry about. There are things like hepatitis C. That is a big killer that many in our community, they don't talk about. You don't hear about it, and is very contagious, and the treatment for that is even more expensive than HIV. So
what I was going to say is something along those lines. All jokes aside, that I still don't understand how that got in the chapter with the ex-boyfriend, but I'm sure he brings it back around. But
because that could have been a whole chapter by itself.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. That really could have been a whole chapter by itself. But that is what he could have shared to the 5 people who came to the book launch.
Right.
Because I think that's something that he's never talked about that before. He's never had that conversation. That would have been something he could have shared with the group. He put it in the book. So clearly it's something he's open about talking about because it's in the book. And to me, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. And I'm being really serious. That was a missed opportunity. For people to get to see a different side of you. And if he's bringing it around to it happened because of the stress of the relationship, okay, fine. But I feel like that, because like you said, ElTeddy, they thought that's what I had. And I have a friend who went through the same thing, and hers was induced by stress, So I don't know. I feel like that was grammatical errors aside, I just feel like that was a missed opportunity for him to share something about himself that we did not know as an audience.
And then also there were a lot of there were tons of missed opportunities where you could have expound or extended and gave more information on stuff. So this went from being a post-it note to being an actual, book. You know
And
what
he
I'm
had
saying?
an editor. I think he had a great foundation had he had an editor.
Yes.
Um, and I'm gonna say this too, and then I'm gonna be done with it. We can move on to whatever the other stuff that happened. But I also feel like that again just proves to me that this was about doing something while George was doing his thing. Because if you had waited a couple of weeks, you could have ordered some books. You could have really put together just like JC said. Why didn't you call me? This is what I do. Like I
Right.
could have put together an event for you. I could have hooked this up. But I do feel like he was in a rush to do something on that day. Because again, if you weren't trying to clash, knowing that a lot of the cast was invited to George's party, you could have had that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You didn't have to have it at the same time George was having his party.
Can I be honest? I
No.
feel like he started writing it the day that George's Save the Date came out, and in
You
those
know.
7 months he started this out and said, I'm gonna have my book signed on the same day. I'm just telling you.
remember at the end of the Muppets where they would have what was the dog, the Muppet, and he would be typing all fast. Remember?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, the other thing we saw at this book discussion was messy ass Nicole came through being messy and let it be known that Astro slept with Tedley's man from last season, the man that ElTeddy thinks is a rental date, which might explain why Tedley didn't care. Because let's be clear, let me be very clear. If I date somebody and we're together for any amount of time, I don't care if it's 5 months, 6 months, a year, you don't have permission to sleep with him.
Sure don't.
You don't.
You
Now,
do
if it was
not.
some trick that I met at the club and we had a little one night stand situation, yeah.
Then you go
But
ahead
if
and
this
get your
was
life.
a relationship and it was new, like we literally just broke up, allegedly just broke up, no, sir.
I brought him on this show to show thousands and thousands of people that we're together, and I put on this fictitious relationship showing that we're together. Hell no, I don't want you to. And you're on the same show. Hell no, you can't go have sex with him. No means no, and yes means no.
And the fact that Telly really was real nonchalant about it, it does kind of make me think maybe ElTeddy right. Maybe it was a renegade because
Mhm.
he was way too calm about it. Now, if that had been a situation of somebody I've dated 5 years ago or something, that might be a different conversation. But
Not even.
literally, we just broke up. We literally just, it don't matter. I don't care if he was serious or not. I called him my boyfriend. And if I called him my
I thought
boyfriend,
enough of it to invent a storyline to bring him on the show, the
I
same
claimed
show that
him.
you're
I
on.
publicly claimed this man. We as the kids say, we were Instagram official. No, ma'am. You do not know. No,
That is
sir.
true.
You were Instagram official. You don't have
And
permission to
you
slide
do
up on me.
not.
No, you don't. And the fact
And
that
then the fact that we find out that y'all had sex on multiple occasions. No, ma'am. Girl, I still be whooping on your ass right now. Girl, we fighting. We fighting.
oh, we
Sure
fighting.
are.
Yeah, we fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, hold on, let me share my screen. Because on the other side of town, let me share my screen.
And then while you pulling that up, and then Astro tried to drag Ted Lee about it.
And
Girl, 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 it's no way. It's no way.
Ain't no way.
all right, hold on. I got to turn the sound off because it's copywritten music. But this is what we were doing on the other side of town. And some of y'all have seen this, but for those who have not, this is how George walked into his birthday wedding. To the point where me and Ebbie literally looked at each other and was like, "Are they getting married?" Like we were really confused. So again, I had to turn the music off, but y'all will get the gist of it. You see that there's a whole wedding party, okay? It's a birthday party with matching suits and dresses, bridesmaids dresses, okay? There's a whole situation going on here. The song that was playing was Whitney Houston, "Count on Me"
Count on me.
with Shinings. For those who don't know, Whitney Houston is to George what Mariah Carey is to ElTeddy.
Quiet as it's kept, I love Whitney Houston almost as much as I love Mariah. Like it's right there for me.
And then the smoke machine started. So there's the smoke. As you can see, the smoke coming up. Yeah. And then George walks into Pressure. Who sings Pressure? Who's the Ari Lennox?
I'm not sure. But when I turn 50 in 15 years, I'm going to do something like this.
As you can see, this coordinated dance that they had. And you see George processing in. They're actually throwing rose petals on George as he walks by. As you can see. You see the rose petals? They're actually throwing rose petals on George as he walks in. Yeah. It was a moment, okay? It was a whole moment. It was a whole moment. And then after he came all the way in, him and his groomsmen did a whole line dance. They did a whole like exotico line dance situation.
Jay Wash, what are you putting a question mark behind this 15 years for? Like I said, when I turned 50 in 15 years, I will do something similar to this. Clearly, you don't want to be invited, Jay Wash. You don't want to be invited.
You can subtract 12 years from that.
I won't be 50 in 3 years, ma'am. By no stretch of the imagination.
It won't be 15 either, nigga.
In 15 years.
All the way through the crowd. It was a whole situation. It was a whole, you see him hugging. The whole situation. It was a whole situation, y'all.
It was cute. That was cute.
Now, let's be clear. So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait.
Of everything I saw about, like everything, and Really B showed me everything I saw, all of the pictures, all of the video. He did the shit top notch, like you was actually going to get married. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it, baby. Celebrate yourself.
Table, just like there was a whole head table. See, this is where they get ready to go into their whole coordinated dance. They had a whole dance they coordinated. Y'all missed his boyfriend. His boyfriend escorted his mother, and his boyfriend has the red suit on, and he is.
Now, is he still with the boyfriend? Because I thought he said recently he was single.
How recent? Because they broke up, but they got back together.
Oh, they back together. Okay.
I mean, how recent? Because it might. I don't know.
No. This was like a month or two ago. Like I think this was January or something like that.
Oh no, I think they got back. Well, not I think. I know they were together. I don't know, but I know they got back. They had broken up, but then they got back together. So this is them. This was their coordinated dance that they did. Again, it's. I don't know if this song is copywritten, but we're not gonna play it. And as you can see, they had a whole coordinated situation. As you can see. The person that designed that did George's suit, he was actually sitting at our table. Remember, Ebbie? What didn't he do the suit or the one that does George's bow ties?
Now, I have a guy who does bow ties for me, and he knows that I don't like clip-ons. If I'm doing a bow tie, if he's doing a bow tie for me, it has to be self-tie.
Yeah, they're not bow ties either. I don't think George is a bow ties either. So anyway, so that was the entrance, you guys. I think that was pretty much because they did that for me.
Like I said, George did a big deal. You see, he got his whole name on the floor and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he had pictures. And when you first, when you first walked in, I think we said this before. But when you let me take this off the screen. When you first walked in, there was the center where he rented. It was like a hallway going in, and that whole hallway was decorated with pictures of George. You could they were blown up pictures of George. It was like a red carpet going in. There was a glass of champagne when you walked in, so everybody walked in and got a glass of champagne. There was a free bar. They just asked for tips, but it was a free bar. And that was there all night. You know, some place you go and the free bar is only for a couple of hours, all night long, free liquor. They just asked for tip, just asked you to tip the bartenders. They had food laid out. The food was really
Did they? Because I didn't get any food.
That's because you was outside.
I was outside. Somebody left me for dead. I know we're not
Wow.
mentioning any names.
I
But
can
Well,
leave.
well, no, and really be an Ebbie, and really be an Ebbie. There's an event. I really be, there's an event coming up for me in like a year and a half, 2 years from now. And so when I invite y'all, it's gonna be a whole star-studded event. You know what event I'm talking about, really, because it'll be time for me to end that whole shindig. They're already planning for it. It'll be in Miami, and y'all gonna be invited. Y'all gonna be at my VIP tables, and we gonna be doing our big one down to the Miami.
And it was an all-black event, so there was a dress code. Everybody had to wear black, except for Robert, who decided he was going to show up in his blue suit and was like, "I dare him to put me out. Like I dare him. I dare him to put me out."
You couldn't tell it was blue though, and
once you got inside,
you couldn't tell.
Right now, Barbie Bankrolls didn't give a damn at all. Hers was gold. She was like,
hers was gold. Her shoes were black.
They were. Ma'am. George's party was given what Teddy pretends to be.
Oh wow! And then there's that.
Because I know George spent money on that party, and I'm not trying to be.
That was money. You can tell it was money that was spent into that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be ghost by bringing up money, but you can definitely tell money was spent.
Money was spent, well spent.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know if the food was good or not because
it was good, Abby.
You know what? I would know the McDonald's we had.
I bought you a plate. Don't do that. I bought you a plate.
That's what for Ebbie, we're gonna start singing Dionne Warwick. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining.
I bought you an apple.
You can.
Oh, don't do that. I bought you a candy apple. I bought you some wings.
What you did was you left out there for dead. Is what you did.
But don't be telling the people that you had food on the table. Jane, my mom, by the time you got there, you was too, tired to eat it.
Too tired. I was too everything. That man's breath pinched my ear and a part of my wig.
Who breath?
He was this close to my head, ElTeddy.
Wait, who breath?
Why are you so close to the mic? Why is your mic so muffled today?
I don't know. Who breath?
She'll tell you. I ain't gonna say it.
It was unfortunate. It was Dior's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, the little skinny, dark skinned guy?
Yes, with the grills. Oh. That lovely young man who had maybe a smidge or more too much to drink.
And now he smelled, his breath was rancid.
His hot liquor breath was on my ear for 30 some odd minutes. And he was trying to get me.
Not his hot liquor breath.
He was trying to convince me to convince Dior that he needed to be on the next season of Chasing Dallas. And I was trying to explain to that young man, you cannot want more for somebody than they want for themselves. If he don't want it, he don't want it. And you have to be okay with that. I believe I said that 500 times. And really, B came and said it to him twice. And then she's like, they're calling me. I got to go. And walked off. And left me there. Left me for dead.
I tried to keep my No. I'm gonna defend myself. I said, Abby, Markel wants us. I said us.
You didn't say us. You said, they're calling my name and walked off.
I said Markel wants us.
When you wanted to save me a second time, you said that. The first time to get yourself out of the situation, you said, they're calling me and walked off.
A mess.
Okay, maybe the first time.
She left me for dead.
A mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess.
She left me for dead. I said, okay. And then if you could see how big my eyes got when she walked.
That's us at the party.
My dress is really cute, though.
YouTube icons. The YouTube icons.
Yeah, look at the title.
Come on, icons.
Said, fuck your dress code.
See, I got the kind of security and detail that will say, hey, baby, there was a dress code. You're not coming in. But I'm on the ups, ma'am.
Well, that's what George had told us, that there was going to be security, child. Just Dior. Trey doesn't live in it doesn't live in Dallas anymore. And who else would be at the party?
Reese wasn't there.
Why would he
Would
be?
George invite Reese? George wouldn't invite Reese to drive off a
Right.
cliff.
Why would Reese
I
be
know, I'm
there?
just saying they said former cast members that could have been there that weren't there.
Yes, T, yes. We was the icons, yes.
Thank you, Pete.
Icons. I'm just glad to be on the same screen with you, icons. I'm just glad that you all
Carrie
allowed me
wasn't
up here
there.
with you all.
Oh, ElTeddy, you was an icon too, honey bunny. You gotta be you coach. You got icon status because you can say anything the fuck you want, and they gonna cuss me and really me out and not even say
They
nothing.
are. They are.
That's your
Apparently.
icon status.
Apparently, y'all gonna get cussed out and I get away unscathed, and I'm here for it.
Wow.
Here
Wow.
for all parts of getting away unscathed.
Ridiculous.
No, but that just recently changed because y'all know they will always come for me first before, and y'all would get away unscathed.
Because we wasn't saying nothing crazy. We ain't saying.
Unless you tell
Well,
us.
I don't think there's anybody that would go left on this cast yet. I don't think nobody has exhibited the type of behavior that the Atlanta cast does or has. So I
Give them
don't
an
think
episode or two.
and we're in good standing with everybody on the cast, all the returning people. We're in good standing with all the returning people.
I might not be in good standing with Astro no more. I'm sorry. I had to
I
tell
saw
my
that you
kids.
talked about that boy's face and what's going on with his face and like it was a breakout. And why is it just shiny in this area? Like you put some
'Cause I
ointment.
thought it was like a salve or ointment or something. Like, did you get go to the doctor, to the health department or something, and they gave you ointment for whatever that is right there? Like, I
I
feel
don't
like
know what
that's
it was.
an
I
outbreak,
noticed it,
but
but
like,
I didn't want to say anything about it in case there's something
yeah,
detrimental.
it's something the health department needs to look into because we don't need you to be Agent Zero. Anyway, they went outside to discuss
I was about
Astro
to say
and
shout out to Astro for asking to read the book at the book launch.
Yeah.
they went
Because
outside to
Astro
discuss
would be
Astro and Ted Lee and Sean and all of the things.
and then Kesey was like, you ain't even let me read the first page. You know how people give you a little taste of the book at the book launching parties, so you have a little taste, so you are more intrigued to read what else is in the book. Kesey was like, you ain't even let me read the first page. I don't, but I'm a buy the book eventually. But I mean, you ain't even trying to entice me into. And he said the
But
book
my
was
thing is,
third at all.
why didn't Kesey come outside when the rest of the cast came outside?
Kesey might not have been there yet because, like I said, I don't think Kesey got there when they got there.
Kesey was inside already, I think, because we saw Kesey before George got there. So he made.
I don't remember.
I saw, yeah.
I don't remember.
I remember. The only reason why I remember because when I saw it when I hugged Dior, I said something about the manager being that man's manager, and we giggled about it. That's why I remember.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I was too busy inside eating.
And I could have sworn Kesey, and I could have sworn Dior said, "Oh yeah, Kesey's over there." Like his whole.
I was too busy inside eating, I guess.
Until you do right by me.
Now that was pretty much the first episode. We've been here for damn near 2 hours clowning. Okay, we gave y'all a dramatic.
Did y'all want me to finish reading the chapter?
Wait, when was the dramatic read?
When I read the book.
Oh, we did. You're right. We did do a dramatic read. You're
y'all
right.
Want me to finish?
Of the book. No. Yeah, we need you to finish with the period and new paragraph. Period. New paragraph.
Okay. Let's see.
Period, Pooh.
The last sentence of the last paragraph said, I was told I possibly became sick with Bell's palsy due to stress, and lack of rest.
Right, that was the last
End
sentence.
of sentence, end of paragraph. New paragraph. That's only like 30 seconds worth of reading. My doctor prescribed me steroid pills and gave me a mini massage electric device for my face. Period. In the sentence. I was told it would take up to 6 weeks for my face to fully recover from the condition. Period. End of that paragraph.
Wait, what? That was the
Wait,
end of
them
the
some
paragraph.
short paragraphs. Shit. Like one sentence paragraphs and shit. I can see if this is dialogue. You only have one sentence paragraphs normally if it's dialogue between two people. But since it's not dialogue between two people, you should not be having one sentence paragraphs.
Listen, okay. New paragraph. I ended up spending over 2 hours in the emergency room. Period. In the sentence. I
That's
felt
not that
like
long,
my
sir. Wait. Pause.
So wait a minute. How do we
2
get the?
hours is not that long in the
I'm
emergency
gonna say
room.
first of all, 2 hours isn't that long. But second of all,
especially
how
on
do we get?
Christmas.
But how do we get the fact that you was in the hospital? You were in the emergency room for 2 hours after you told us what the doctor diagnosed you in your prescription. How do we? Huh?
No.
We didn't even go in no kind of order.
Because if you talking about you doing massages on your face and stuff, uh, shut up.
He said he was given the electric massager to use on his face for the next 6 weeks to get his face back from being.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. In the over 2 hours in the emergency room, I felt like my Christmas was pretty much ruined! Exclamation point. All I could think about is how ugly I looked. And what do I tell my friends and family, as to why my face looked that way? As to why my face looked the way it did. Period. I always knew that without a doubt I could share the truth with my mother, and she wouldn't have any judgment. Period. End of paragraph. First of all, if my baby we in the same city, my baby calls me and tells me they're going to the emergency room, I'll meet you there.
Aren't you gonna ask the mother? Aren't you gonna meet them there?
It could be about you or my grandbabies. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Right.
I'll let you know what I'm outside.
And then the other part about it is your biggest fear is you spent more time on this than you did or your breakup with your ex-boyfriend, which was one
Craig
sentence.
/ Greg. We
Right,
don't know.
because we trying to figure out who Craig and Greg is. Who is Craig and who is Greg?
I don't know. We left Craig Greg at the beginning of this chapter.
Greg.
Okay. New paragraph. Later on, in the evening, after gathering myself mentally, Christmas Day festivities went on as they normally would every year with my family. Period. Once I got to my mother's house, I shared with my family what occurred and explained the condition. I began to experience. Wait, what? And explain the condition I began to experience. Period. I feel like there should be some punctuation.
Wait, what?
Okay, hold on. I was showered with so much love and support. That's wonderful. From my family, I was somewhat relieved and ended up enjoying the holiday. Period. End of paragraph. End of chapter. The title of this chapter was called Signs of Hope.
Wait, what?
The title of the chapter was called Signs of Hope.
But nothing at the end.
It started with a toxic relationship with Craig / Greg and ended up with the instance of Bell's palsy on Christmas.
So we read the whole chapter.
Yeah, that was the whole chapter.
Mm-hmm. And you gonna tell me that was supposed to be called Signs of Hope?
That was the name of the chapter, Signs of Hope. Yes.
But I don't understand how we started with the toxic boyfriend, but we ended with you in the emergency room with Bell's palsy. I'm confused.
And how is this Signs of Hope?
Where's the hope here? I think that's where's the I don't.
With that being said, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. If you want to read the whole book, it's free on Kindle. Okay. It's $20 if you want to order it.
Oh, Craig Greg shows back up in the next chapter.
Oh, Greg is back. Oh,
I don't know how we got here. Cause it started okay. And then now we on the weekends and he hanging out with somebody named his older friends Ryan and Lisa, who are like 11 years older than him. And they will go to the Davenport
I
Martini.
feel like he has a thing for older guys.
He said he was like his older gay brother, like his big brother.
I don't buy it. Unless this
With
is
that
a
being
flowers in the
said,
attic. Unless this is something like flowers in the attic, I don't buy it.
on that note, I'm out.
You out with
Love
flowers
y'all.
in the attic? Flowers in
I
the
love
attic
y'all.
was it for you?
No, I was just out because it's been 2 hours.
Oh God, this is so. Oh my God.
What?
Now the friend Ryan, he said the friend Ryan always had like a chronic cough and cold, and then he went to the hospital. They found out he had pneumonia, and 2 weeks later he passed away. Jesus Christ!
Is that all in one paragraph? Let me guess.
Nah, it's like
I'm
It's one
gone.
paragraph.
Mm-mm. All right, y'all. I love y'all. If y'all want to hear the rest, y'all go download it for free off of Kindle.
I might do a members only reading.
You know what? That could be a good reading for members
That
only.
would be a good
That
reading
would
for
be
members only.
hilarious. Start from the beginning, Ebbie. That would be great.
Because the beginning starts in third person and then it switches over to first. The first
Wait,
chapter
what?
is third person.
Wait.
The first chapter
Wait.
is speaking in third
Wait,
person.
the way my whole brain as English teacher is fighting itself with you going from third person to first person. Like I just want to choke him. I just want to choke him.
The
I
first
just
chapter
want
is
to
called
choke him.
Who is Tedley? And then it starts talking about him in third person the whole chapter. About
But
how
then he
he was
switches to
born
first person.
such and so
Tracy said she
parent.
got her membership, so she ready.
How many pages are in the book? I don't know. Hold on.
2.
There's a
Do we
table.
hear 3? Do we hear 4 pages?
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
the
7.
fact that you can count them one by one is a
There's
problem.
there's 10 chapters in the book.
Mm.
And yet it's this thin.
And on that note,
Anyway, right, really be that's it.
I will do the first 5 chapters in one video, and then I'll probably read the whole book at once.
I mean, because it ain't
I'm
much.
here for it. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the reading.
It ain't
I'm
much.
dramatic about it. All right, y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button. I'm doing this on my other channel, so you know this video has not been monetized. Okay, so we gave y'all 2 good hours for free. Okay. All right. Next week we'll be on Ebbie or ElTeddy's channel, but you know we'll let you guys know. Talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace. Oh Lord Jesus.